Bill, here's my thoughts on a 7-3 shellacking in Game 4. Well, I could be jumping up and down, screaming and yelling about how atrocious of an effort that was and all of that, but you'll see that I'm win or lose, I've got the same demeanor. I know what to expect in this series. I've seen the script. The players haven't changed. Management hasn't changed. A couple of the outer pieces, outer roles have changed. It's going to be the same bloody script. It's not going to change. This is what you're going to get. 7-3, no show. What are you going to say? It all starts with decisions in the lineup. You can't have the worst defenseman in the NHL, Jake Muzzin, in the lineup, and then you put Justin Holl on top of that. A lot of people are going to blame Justin Holl for the first goal. It wasn't all his fault. They got caught on a long shift. My question is, you start with the third line. Fair enough. I got no problem with you starting with the third line. They were definitely the best game. You want a reward. I got no problem with that. But then coming back out with the Tavares line. Why? You got Matthews line. You start the third line. So you hold in Matthews back and Marner back for what? The third shift? Fourth shift? Why? Just want to give them some extra rest before the game starts? So totally get the third line starting. The third line got hemmed in. They got beat. And then you switched out for the second line. And you have Hall. Really, he bangs it off the boards. He's tired. So he's been on the whole bloody time. He bangs it off the board. Kashi, I don't know where he's going. He's pulling a Nylander. It was a good game of no contact. Flag hockey for the Leafs last night. There wasn't an ounce of pushback. It wasn't. I think they thought they were gonna. Did they think they were gonna walk in and just like it's like they took the game off? They're resting for Game 5. Like that's what it looked like to me. Anyways, it was stolen, and then you got Johnny Tavares, captain, flamingoing on a Stamkos shot. Just horrible. Like Tavares is a joke. It's a joke. Watch the goal. He flamingos. He could have gone out to Stamkos and really tried to get at that shot, but then that would require, effort. Could get hurt. He could block a shot, and it could hit him. So he just made sure he did everything he could, and him and Nylander sit beside each other. Actually, Nylander wasn't at the ice at the time. It was McCabe, I think. Blasted home. 1-0. Great start. And then you have Justin Holl. I've seen people handle things. Like, that's a routine play. It's off the boards. You handle off the boards. He puts it right in front of Campbell. I saw a lot of people go, well, Campbell should have put it behind the net. That's split-second stuff there. A puck all of a sudden starts coming out in front of you. As a goalie, you don't go, what I should do is, I've got lots of time to think about this, is put it behind the net. You just want the puck away from your crease. Like, that's Campbell's fault. That Muzzin firing it around, fires it in front of his own net. Like, he can't handle a puck. This is routine play. This is routine. $5.8 million piece of garbage. Throws it in front of the net. And well, good for him. He got a primary assist where Hall got the secondary assist. Muzzin wanted to make sure that he outbeat him and took the primary. And then the nonsense that happened after that, just nonsense. I saw a lot of stuff about Campbell. Fourth goal, maybe he should have had. Fourth goal he should have had. That's it. These were point-blank shots. These were, you had Patrick or Fat Balloon beating Morgan Riley to the net and Campbell making the first save, and then you still give the fat man a second shot at that? Team not prepared. Didn't show up. I must have seen this script before. This has never happened to the Leafs ever. Didn't happen last year. Oh, oops. Yeah, it did. Game 5, 6, and 7. What did the Leafs do? They no-showed. And then they made horrible plays in overtime in 2 games. They still got to overtime. That's how bad Montreal was. Columbus, they no-showed in the 4th game and were able to somehow pull off a miracle comeback. And then they no-showed in Game 5. And what was the yeah, Boston being up 3-2, and then Patrick Marleau gets more ice time than Matthews, and you no-show 6, you no-show 7. The last time the Leafs showed up for a meaningful playoff game was when they lost to the Bruins in 2014, and that was, they showed up, they had a 4-1 lead, and they just panicked and broke down. But this team's different. It no-shows. It's clear that two things that are clear. Well, actually, there's 3 things that are clear. Tavares, the game's passed him by. It's over. He can't keep up with the game. Regular season, I don't know. He may be an effective forward, but in playoffs, when the game gets faster, the game's passed him by. He's 32 with 31 going on 72. Like, again, he got outskated by Corey Perry and had to take a penalty. Like, I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. An $11 million player at no point in this game. Someone gave me a text, oh, nice pass to Nylander in a 5-1 game where the other team is obviously taking the foot off the pedal. Yeah, he made a nice pass. Woo. Good on him. Fantastic on him. He's a joke. Game's passed him by. He should be in the press box. He's a non-factor. The only factor he's a factor in a negative for the Leafs. And then you have William Nylander, who played no-touch hockey last night. He made sure, he was very confident that he was not going to lay or get any type of physical action last night. He scored 2 goals. I don't give a rat's ass what he did. He didn't show up for the first period. He no-showed, and he was playing tag hockey. No one touched me. Now, granted, he makes $5 million less, but Nylander's Nylander. He's not going to change. There's plenty of players like this in the NHL. There is. So Nylander, are you going to give Nylander's the guy I'm going to put this all on? The centerman is pretty pathetic. And last year, let's face facts, Nylander was the best player on the team. So, in the playoffs, just watch the games. It is what it is. No contact hockey. He wasn't going to sacrifice a damn thing last night. So he took the game off. And then Matthews and Marner, that was the no-show. They've done it before. They did it again. They no-showed. Gliding. Even that was the worst game Marner's had. That was the Marner from Montreal series, Columbus series, throwing pucks wildly, not looking. I think it's really stupid, actually, in my personal opinion, to put Kerfoot on that line. Kerfoot's been the most ineffective forward on that line. And go back, you can watch games. They tried Kerfoot at the beginning of the year, didn't work. Bunting's the most effective. I get Bunting might be a little bit hurt, but why are you messing with lines? Why are you tinkering with lines? If you're going to tinker with a line, don't tinker with your first line. Bunting, Matthews, Marner that you've had together forever. And now you're saying, oh, I'm going to put Kerfoot on that line. Kerfoot adds nothing that line needs. Bunting adds sandpaper. So put Bunting on the line. And if they suck, they suck. But at least you can say at least we're not tinkering with the line. Why put Kerfoot on the line? Maybe if you need a defensive player, but then put Kampf on it. The third line again, Mikheyev, Engvall, Kampf at least had a give a shit meter. They weren't effective. The other team outplayed them. Tampa Bay put the pedal down, said enough of this. We're going to test this team, and the Leafs didn't pass the test. And this, if you go back to my Game 1 video where they won 5-0, this is what I want to see. When things go bad and the give a shit meter has to be tested, even if they lost that game last night and put up an effort, like, okay, you get down 3-0 and you end up losing the game 4-2, or you make it at least tough on the other team, you lose, whatever. At least you made it tough. That would have been nice to see. And then, okay, you lost, you split, you're 2-2, you're going home. They just no-showed. In a game 4 of an NHL playoff, they no-showed, which they've done plenty of times. So the script holds right. This series should be over very quickly, and the Leafs should grab their golf clubs and get ready for another summer. I think this year, who are we going to pick? It was Marner last year, right? So if you look at points, Matthews and Marner have 6 points in 4 games in this series. It'll be Tavares who gets the apples thrown at him. It was Marner the year before. I think it was Matthews the year before. It was Nylander the year before. Split it around. At the end of this team, this team is we bring in veterans, or the Leafs bring in veterans that have no heart, have no gum. I don't see the Tampa Bay Lightning bringing in guys that don't put a give a shit meter. Like Nick Paula can't skate. Nick Paula is probably about the same skater as John Tavares, but watch his give a shit meter. Just watch it. Like this is the problem. Wayne Simmons has won nothing. Jason Spezza has won nothing. They've won nothing. Okay, Clifford's a bum on a Kings team. Muzzin played on a Kings team, and the 1 year he didn't even play when they won the cup. Even the guy we had last year, Bogosian, I thought he was all right. He's on Tampa Bay. Like, these are guys with give a shit meters. The Leafs have no one. So who do you hold responsible for this? You can say Keith right off the bat. Putting Muzzin in the lineup is certainly on Keith. You've got Liljegren. You can say Dubas. I guess that's where it's got to lie. But Lyubushkin was like he makes some great trade. Like, some of those trades are good. At the end of the day, the heart and soul of this team, your 4 players don't have, like, Matthews is the most dominant player in the NHL this year. Unfortunately, his give a shit meter wasn't there last night. I'm a huge Matthews fan. Matthews is the most talented player I have ever seen play for the Leafs. It's not even close. It's not even the same ballpark, but he doesn't have the Doug Gilmour, Wendell Clark give a shit meter. And that's what matters in the playoffs. Is what it is. Hopefully the give a shit meter pops up. Is it a trait that you can teach? I don't think so. I think it's a trait you either have or you don't. So let's see what happens in Game 5.